Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Online Digital. This podcast is your weekly dose of fandom entertainment and knowledge. We'll be interviewing a range of fans from all walks of life. This week, we will welcome back Melissa, known as Pink Troid on Twitter. We'll be listening to part 2 of our interview, and today she will be talking about the projects that she's involved with. We'll make a brief return to her radio-based job on the University of South Wales-based station Tequila Radio. Then more onto a documentary, The Doctor Who Effect. So, without further ado, I will now hand you over to part 2 of my interview.
What projects I'm working on at the moment? At the moment, I'm still working on finishing my book. When I get a working laptop that I can use of my own. I am also trying to see when I can stage my play, which is Forgotten Bruises, that I was talking about just a few minutes or seconds ago. I'd really like to stage it because it was sitting on my computer for a while and I was like, oh, I should try and stage this. So I tried to, and it was going to be in December, but I need to think of a new date to stage it. And what other projects? I think there's not much at the moment. It's just my book, and also I would like to produce more of my songs this summer, or just really soon, maybe even start in the spring. So they're not just words on paper at the moment. And I'd like to have a book of poems published. I do have some of my poems already published in other books which aren't my own, because I would enter contests and win them and they would get published. So there are some of my poems around the world. There's one about Shakespeare that we wrote in school actually, but otherwise there's a poem that isn't about, I can't remember what it's about actually, but it's one of those feelings poems, and that's actually when I write poetry, or when I write anything, when I have an emotion, to which the doctor would say, Rory's just having an emotion. But yeah, I find it very useful and therapeutic to write actually, or to do music, and I find acting fun, which is why I do it, and being a radio presenter. It's just great. I don't know why, I just enjoy being a radio presenter. I hope people do tune in to Fandom Time, Tuesdays from 6pm till 7pm on Tequila Radio. If you just type in tequilaradio.co.uk, you'll find it. And also, this isn't something that I am working on at the moment, but I've finished it and it's on YouTube. You can watch it. It's called The Doctor Who Effect. I had the idea for it in 2012, and I'd been working on it since August 2012. I tried to get people to interview, and I did interview people, and it was great actually. It was great fun filming it. When things went according to plan. The editing process took a bit of a while though, for various reasons, so that wasn't as fun as the filming for me personally, but I would love to do another documentary actually. I want to do one on Harry Potter actually, but when it's 20 years old. When I had the idea for it, I searched when the first book came out and it said 1999, so I've decided in 2019 I'm doing a documentary on Harry Potter, but in the meantime, I mean that's in 5 years time. So I would like to actually start working on getting interviewees for that now, so it's not, because I kind of had a year and a half to do Doctor Who Effect and that still didn't feel like enough time, so the earlier the better, and I'd kind of like to start this year actually, or next year, organising, getting the filming ready for that, and I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but look out for it on the same YouTube channel as the Doctor Who Effect. But I did find Doctor Who Effect insightful to film and to work on it was interesting seeing what everyone else had to say, and it was fun watching it back, except for my bits, because it's always awkward watching yourself back. You always just sort of want to cringe, and that's what I did. But yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully there'll be more as the year progresses, but there are my projects for now.
Now, that was only part 2 of the fantastic interview with Mels. You need to tune in next week for more. And what will she be talking about? Well, we'll be digging into her love for Doctor Who. What she has to say is really interesting and worth to stick around for. But until next time, my name is Rachel, and this has been Online Digital with Mels.